Okay, so here's a third example of a geometric series, which is perhaps a little trickier. Certainly A is not a problem. That's always the first term, so it's minus 6. R is equal to any term divided by its previous term. So it is like that. Now, the trick here, I suppose, is if you're dividing that fraction by 6, I know it says negative 6, but 6, just times the 2 by 6 and you'll be right. So that's equal to 3 over 12, negative actually, which equals negative 1/4. Okay? So this one is getting together a few concepts. We've got to deal with the negative, and we've got to deal with the fact that R is between negative 1 and 1. And finally, the last bit of data is that n is equal to 12, because we are finding the sum of the first 12 terms. Okay, so I just said that R is between negative 1 and 1, so we're going to use this version of the formula in preference to the other version, which could be used, but you've just got to be a bit more careful with it. Alright, so we substitute our values in, and we can say that S12 is equal to A was negative 6, R is negative 1/4, be careful here, I should have used square brackets, negative 1/4, and it's going to be raised to the power of 12. Okay, like so, and 1 minus our common ratio, which is negative 1/4, like so. Alright, so a few things to be careful of here, it seems to me. So S12, I should have put a therefore sign there, therefore S12 is equal to negative 6, 1 minus. Now, one thing to be mindful of is that a negative raised to an even power, so a power of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, in this case 12, is going to be positive, isn't it? Okay? So, let's just rewrite this as positive, well not as positive 1/4, but realising that that's going to be positive, we're going to be subtracting a positive, which means we are subtracting 1 over 4 to the power of 12. Again, that index rule comes into play. And we're going to divide it by, now, signs together are the same, so we can add that. So that's 1 1/4, which we might think of more conveniently as 5 over 4. And it's positive. Okay, so now it might be a good time to go to our calculator and evaluate that. In fact, what you can do is evaluate maybe the top line, the numerator, and we'll just leave it over whatever the answer is, 5 over 4, and we will simplify it. So, the way I'll do this on my calculator is as follows. I would probably just type it in or key it in as I said. So I put a negative sign there, 6 times bracket, 1 minus 1 divided by 4 raised to the power of 12. I would then need to close my bracket and press equals. Okay, and this is what I get, negative 5.9.
Yep, 9.
It's looking like 6, really.
Yeah.
And in fact, maybe, well no, it's not 6, but it's very, 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 very close to it. It goes on for a little while. Okay, so holding that in my calculator, this is what I'd do next. I would press divide, I'd open up bracket and go 5 divided by 4, close my bracket, and out will pop my answer, which should come to negative 4.7 See, because that goes on for about 6 decimal places, I'm going to call that approximately equal to negative 4.8. And to to one decimal place. It's a very accurate approximation. Okay, so this one didn't have a nice, neat
Fraction.
fractional form, although, strictly speaking, we could have done it. It would have just been a ridiculous fraction with a very large denominator. Okay, we stop there.